Angels, I'm Athina and I'm grateful that you are here with me today. Today we are going to look at messages from your inner child. I already did this type of reading last year. Now some time passed and it came back to the reading cycle that I have. So yeah, we are going to look at messages from your inner child with tarot cards. Then we also have oracle cards ready. One is an affirmation with a little bit of a twist because there is a type of humor behind those affirmations. Then we have one oracle card deck that is giving more information, and at the end we will get lyrics from a song that is encouraging you. So an encouraging messages from your inner child is the last thing that we will be getting in this type of reading. So yeah, your inner child can be considered the part of you that is childlike. It can also be considered the subconscious of ourselves, the thing, the part of us that just takes on everything and was the part of us when we were a child as well is hidden in this inner child. And we all have our inner child, and being connected to our inner child and making the inner child happy makes you automatically happy as well. The same goes for if you heal your inner child, you are healing yourself as well. So let's get started with the pile selection. Pile number 1, you've got the traditional manga tarot. As crystal, you have the green aventurine. And I will be showing the sun card because in most of the decks there is a little child on the card. So this is the sun card for the traditional manga tarot. Then pile number 2, you've got the gentle heart tarot. This petrified wood. And this is the sun card. Going to put on some clothes. And pile number 3, you've got the no, I don't know. Either it is Archangel, no, it's Power Archangel Tarot or Archangel Power Tarot, somewhere along those lines, because mine is in German, so I have the only Archangel Tarot on it. You have the granite, I think it's how you pronounce this red stone. Garnet, no, it's garnet. Sorry. So, and this is your sun card with Archangel Uriel. The only deck that doesn't have a child on the image, but it's still the sun card. So you can choose your groups based on the stone, the number 1, 2, or 3, or the images that you have seen, or maybe the back, the image of the back of the deck. Maybe there is a timestamp. Well, in the timestamp in the description, there may be a number that you are seeing often, or is a number that is really important to you. You can choose based on that. Or you can choose based on the tune I will be playing on my guitar after the 1 minute meditation, where you can take some deep breaths so that you can choose your group or groups based on your intuition and the feeling that you are most drawn towards the deck. And the tune is like this. I will be playing the tune for group 1 after 2, 3, and it will be repeat, and it will repeat again from 1, 2, and 3. You will hear it twice. But of course you can always go back to listen at it again if you need more than 2 times the tune. The timestamp of everything is in the description, so you can always go back and forth how you see it fit. So I will be going quiet now so that you can meditate upon the cards, and I will be seeing you at your piles. Bye. Hi, pile number 1. You chose the traditional manga tarot, the green aventurine, the tune that was played in the Clairaudiant selection. This is going to be your reading with messages from your inner child. As you can probably see, it's a little bit darker now. I turned off my table lamp so that it doesn't glare, because this card is a little bit glossy, and so the light glares, and so I want you to be able to see the cards good and correctly, so that's why it's a little bit darker now. But thank goodness today the weather outside is good, so it's not that dark here. So let's shuffle your cards, and as I said in the intro, we will have oracle cards, affirmations, and some encouraging messages through music. So stick to the end so that you can get the full scope of messages. Hope you have been well. It's probably the first week of April now that you are seeing, so hope you had a good start in the new month. So, what message does the inner child of pile 1 has for them? What does the inner child of pile number 1 wants to convey? What messages this the inner child? Nope. If the cards want to come out again, they will. If not, then not. What message does the inner child of pile 1 has for them? What does the inner child wants to convey to pile number 1? Jesus. Could it be energy a little bit? What does the inner child of pile number 1 wants to convey? What does the inner child wants to say? What message does the inner child of pile number 1 has? What does the inner child of pile number 1? What does it want to say? What message does that? Jesus. And what does the inner child of pile number 1 wants to say? What message does the inner child of pile number 1 has for them? What does the inner child of pile number 1 wants to say? Sorry, was listening. At the back of the deck we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. You've got a lot of cold cards, pile number 1. Let me put the deck here so that you can see it as well. So let's start with the Knight of Wands that came out in the middle. It's the core of the reading. The Knight of Wands talks about movement and taking action. It's the second Knight that goes pretty fast, because the Knight of Swords is the Knight that is the fastest moving Knight in the suits, and the Knight of Wands comes right after it. So it's also someone that is really passionate. I think your inner child wants you to take some action about things that you are passionate about. To move forward with doing those things. I'm seeing also here the sun that's in the background. Something that lights you up. Maybe it was even something that your inner child, or that you did as a child. Sorry, getting confused here. It can be something that you did even when you were a child, and your inner child wants you to restart it again, because it really lit you up and made you happy. So maybe doing something that you did in the past as a child can bring this joy back into your life. So as I see the Knight of Swords and then King of Cups as an energy from the past, and this more onto the future, I don't know if it was you or someone else, but the Knight of Swords being in reverse, I get a reckless energy from it, like just moving towards something without thinking it through, Also using the means how do you say this? Using communication and thoughts in a way that we would consider bad, the dishonest is what I was searching for. Being dishonest, maybe with yourself even, about the things that you wanted to do. But it's interesting that both the knights are looking at the right side. For me, the right side, it's the future, looking at the future, moving towards the future. And if the Knight of Swords had been like this, it would have been, for me, it would move into the past. So your inner child wants you to move forward into the future and not going backwards. The King of Cups in reverse. A person that is not able to express their emotions, their creativity, it could and intuition. It could also be that they didn't want to deal with the emotions, so it was hidden away. And didn't want to listen to the intuition, so this is a bit of a more mature pronunciation. Mature person, so it could be a father figure, father, uncle, grandfather, someone that is not able to express themselves. And it's interesting how the King of Cups looks at the Knight of Swords, and it's like blocking the Knight of Swords with his scepter here. So maybe you wanted to move forward, but this person here, this maybe father figure, it could even be a boss of some sort that just has a hard time dealing with their own emotions, blocked it from moving forward. But your inner child is with the Nine of Wands, is trying to say, continue to move forward, do the things that you are passionate about, do the things that light you up and makes you happy and joyful, because it's something that I like too. That's why we did it as a child. Then we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. There may still be some wounds that need to be healed after moving forward, by deciding to do the things that lights you up. The Nine of Wands is almost the end of the suits, but it talks about perseverance and hanging in there, because it's almost finished, but the person is worn down, is hurt, so there needs to be something healed, so that it could move forward. Maybe it's has to do with this King of Cups that hurt you or your inner child in the past, and this wound is now reappearing, so that you can heal through it. Yeah, at the end, we have the Six of Pentacles. Being in balance. I think you are going to be in balance after you've worked through the healing. You are going to be more generous and give what you have also to others. I hear it again, dishonesty because of the Queen of Swords in reverse. So maybe you've learned from the King of Cups to be dishonest about your own emotion and not wanting to feel them or acknowledge the emotion, and so you are maybe also being dishonest towards yourself currently about your emotions and stuff like this, and you may not see that what you are doing is not lighting you up. But you will be healing this, and you are going to find the balance again from your emotional side to your mental side, because of the scale that this woman has in her hands. And maybe you are then able to give advice to others that ask for help, because she's generous with her resources. If it's financial or knowledge, it can be anything. It's a part of a resource that you have or is around here. So let's lighten a little bit up this reading with fun affirmations. By the way, you don't have to take this too seriously, the affirmation. It has really a humor for its own. Of course, I will be explaining if I feel that there needs to be something explained so there are no misunderstandings. So what affirmation does the inner child of pile number 1 wants them to know? What affirmation does the inner child? All of them? Yes. Okay. Huh. You've got a lot. At the back of the deck is Everyone's a teacher. Everyone I cross paths with is a teacher in that moment. The one who give me the fun lessons are the ones I call friends. The ones who give me the hard lessons I sometimes call a-holes. They've chosen a tough job, but someone's gotta do it. So today I'm thanking all the a-holes. Thank you, a-hole, for playing your part in making me a better person. By the way, the ones that give you the fun lessons doesn't have to be friends. It could even be a stranger that is giving you a fun lesson, like myself, as a joke. I don't know if I'm able to give you a fun lesson. But yeah, it doesn't have to be called friends. It just probably you find them more sympathetic than the a-holes. So now we have Sanctuary. Good for you. It seems you've earned some time away from the chaos of life. It could be as small as a bubble bath or as big as a trip, or maybe it's a small trip to a big bubble bath, or a normal sized trip to a tiny bubble bath, or maybe you tripped and fell in someone's bath. Whatever it is, it's waiting for you with open arms. Just pick your favorite sanctuary and unplug for a bit, especially if a bath is involved. I think here your inner child wants you to just rest somewhere where you are not around others, so that you can center yourself and be with your own energy and your own emotions. So search for a place where you can be alone for some time, walking in nature, flying around, because I saw a helicopter flying now and you're probably hearing it as well. Maybe fly to a place. Vacation, you never know. Then we have engagement. Today I make the conscious choice to engage with the world in an active way. I take a new route and talk to stranger. I will smell flowers and pet dogs and maybe walk around barefoot for a while if I'm not inside a 7-Eleven or any other convenience store or something like this, if you don't have a 7-Eleven in your country. At the very least, I'll have a day that's slightly more interesting than average, and at the most, I'll have a startling epiphany or make a friend who will change my life forever. No pressure. Yeah, I think your inner child with this card is wanting you to do something a little bit different, to go, like, you walk the same path to work and back home. So maybe take a different route to work, take a different route back home, go on a little adventure and explore the outside world and the places you did not walk through now. And maybe, as you see here, maybe you get an epiphany of something, or you make a new friend. Maybe you just feel refreshed. There is no pressure and not knowing what will come. So we have forgiveness. Congratulations, you're being given one of the most powerful superpowers there is. Forgiveness. Imagine that you've been bitten by a radioactive forgiver. The point is, you suddenly have the ability to forgive people for their flaws, their bad days, their unkind moments, and their mistakes. And the best thing about forgiveness is that you can apply it to yourself too. Have fun wielding your new power, but remember, with great forgiveness comes great inner peace. Yeah, if forgive someone or forgive yourself, but take your time to really be able to forgive. Don't pressure yourself to forgiving someone or yourself right now in this instant. Take your time to slowly forgive them. It reminds me now of a message that I heard from Rebecca Campbell, that she posted on Instagram. That when someone hurt her and she was trying to forgive the other person, she said that she imagined this person that she wanted to forgive as a small child or a newborn, because we all love children and we forgive them faster because they didn't know better. And that's the same with ourselves and others around us. We are all children here in this world, trying to figure out what to do and how to navigate through it, and we don't know better how to do this. We are trying to find it out. So if you find the power to forgive yourself or another person, by imagining them as a child that didn't know better about the world, that didn't know how to go on with this certain situation, maybe you will find it easier to be able to forgive them. And also yourself. Imagine yourself as a little child. Maybe you can even search for a picture of yourself as a child and looking at you and forgiving you for not knowing how to navigate through life and being there for it now. Yeah. Then we have ultimate potential. I choose to live a life of my fullest potential. I trust that this will draw me towards experiences and people that support my growth and accomplishment. Tuning into this frequency, I now reach higher heights than I've ever thought possible. Knowing that's an option, why would I have ever tuned into anything else? I'm looking at you, smooth jazz and talk radio. Yeah, you have a great potential. Pile number 1. Maybe you don't see it currently, but you have it here. And so it looks like your inner child wants you to step into this potential. It reminds me of you can be anything that you want. As don't know if you did this as a child, but when I was a child, when I've watched a cartoon or a movie, I sometimes would imagine myself being in this world, and I would be a magician. I would be a horse rider. I would even play a dog if it was a story about dogs. So as a child, you could imagine yourself as being anything that you wanted to be, and you just did it. So you now as an adult also have the potential to be anything that you want to be. Then we have no need to do. I'm exactly where I need to be, exactly when I need to be. There's nothing more I need to do. I mean, yes, there will always be laundry in Texas, but in terms of my life's path, I don't need to do anything because I am already here. I take a deep breath, relax and trust, and then do laundry. This reminds me of a conversation I had with a friend of mine in the tarot and divination community I am in. She asked for a reading about if she was on the right path, and I explained to her that we are always on the right path, because the decisions we made in the past led us to where we are right now. So we were always on the right path. It's just that we now in the present moment, we can choose which outcome we want to have. So if there is a decision that we need to make, we are standing on a crossroads, so we have the possibility to walk the same path and choose outcome A, or make a different decision and walk a different path and choose outcome B. But at the end, we are always at the right path, because the decisions that we made led us to be on the path. It's just that we start doubting if we are on the right path because we are standing on a crossroads and we don't know where to go, and we think, am I in the right place? It's just an insecurity that we have about the future, because we want to have stability, happiness, joy, love in the future. We want to bring it in. And so when we are walking the path, we sometimes think, did I make the right decision? Am I on the right path? Yes, you are on the right path. You are walking here because you chose to be here. You chose this path so that you could learn a lesson that you are going to gain from walking this path, because you learn things while doing it. the same goes with life. So, for example, math. You will not learn math just by looking at it. You have to do it and make mistakes and go back to the basics again to see if you find something that you can do differently so that you can get the right result. The same goes with our path. We are walking the path and we make mistakes. Those mistakes are for us to learn about so that we can move forward. We've learned from the past. We've forgiven ourselves for our mistakes. We continue on our path. And when something similar in the future happens, we now know better because we did it in the past, so we can change the formula and get the right result. So we are always right at on our journey. We are right here at the right time, doing the right thing, because there is not really a wrong. There is maybe just a little side road that we take to learn a lesson so that we can go, and this side road will lead back to the main road, and you will be walking down the path again, just maybe a little bit more with difficulty because you had another challenge, a new challenge to overcome, so that you could walk again on the main path, so that you can gain the knowledge, the wisdom, and the lessons for future things to happen. That was a whole essay. I'm sorry, pal number one. I hope I made sense, and I hope I didn't bore you. Then we have, last but not least, self-love. I openly embrace a feeling of self-love, the peachy kind. I love myself because I understand myself. I love myself as the most committed partner I will ever have, because you will be living with yourself your whole life. I show myself love any way that I can, and when I screw up, I remember to be sweet and gentle with myself. If not, I'm gonna make myself sleep on the couch. Got that, self? Yeah, extend your forgiveness also to yourself. Be gentle with yourself. You are also a child that is learning how to navigate through Earth and how to navigate through life. So let's get some more messages. Just a little bit shuffling. So, what other messages the inner child of pile number one has for them? What else does the inner child wants pile number one to know? What other messages does the inner child of pile number one has for them? Oops, that was, is this everything? Good. At the back of the deck we have, the 7 Star Sisters, birthing, creation, tapestry of life, expression. The 7 Star Sister is also known as the Pleiades constellation. I don't know, maybe you work with the Pleiades, maybe you had a past life in the Pleiades. It doesn't have to be. So, looks like you want to birth a creation into the world. Maybe you have an idea that wants to be manifested into the physical world. If it's a YouTube channel, a podcast, a book, a painting, music. What can you create as well? You can create jewelry, something to express this idea. Expression you have even here. Maybe it can be also a way of you expressing your emotion, because painters paint something, and when they are painting they have this certain emotion. That the same goes for musicians. They have a certain emotion that they want to express with this song, with a book, with a story. There is something that wants to be expressed. And tapestry of life is something that I'm not sure about what that means. Let's see at the guidebook what the guidebook says, because I have to say Rebecca Campbell has a way with the words and expression that is really beautiful. There are new creations that want to be born, beauty that's yearning to be woven, new consciousness that's longing to be breathed into life. If you draw this card, you're being called to surrender to these creations, to usher in a new era of consciousness and do your bit in weaving the web of life. This is a card of the artist and the midwife. You're being called to ponder questions. What wants to be birthed through you? What new creations are whispering in your ear? What beauty are you being called to make? Creativity and intuition come from the same sacred place. They occur when we find ourselves flowing with the rest of life. Earth is re-owned as a planet of manifestation and creativity, and yet so many of us have forgotten how to create. Somewhere along the way we stopped seeing ourselves as artists, as creatives, as poets. Yet to be human is to be creative. Creativity is part of your true nature. Perhaps you're being called to surrender to a creative project, such as a new business or a book, or perhaps you're being called to weave beauty in your home or in the way you cook. Regardless of the end result, you're being called to express yourself through your creativity, to surrender to the creative projects that both scare and excite you, to find a way to weave beauty back into everyday life, for where there's creativity, spirit, and soul are present. And the world needs those qualities more now than ever before. Then something you may want to meditate upon or make a journal entry is: what new creations are you being called to birth? Didn't I say how beautiful Rebecca Campbell has with expressing herself and with the words? It's amazing. I'm a big fan. Then we have, you've got the love, Hadarian energy, codependency, boundaries. This card is set to be that the Hadarians have so much love to give, and they come from a place of unconditional love that sometimes they overlook other people that are abusing them, using them, and not giving back. So for them it's hard to have clear boundaries, because they have so much love for the other person that they overlook the bad things that they do or the things that they don't give to. So like, you give, but you get nothing in return, because you never expected to receive something back, but it will be leading you to be drained, because you give and you have nothing for yourself, and the other person doesn't give back, so that there is a balance, so you are left to be drained. is with the codependency? Let's see. So let's read. The Hadarians are believed to be beacons of pure, divine, unconditional love who see love in all people and situations. As a result, they can find it hard to have boundaried, interdependent, healthy relationships because they only see the unconditional nature of those they meet. The lovers of the cosmos, they dive in fast. They're here to learn how to love while in a separate body, to learn to love self first and then establish healthy relationships with others, to remember that the love they seek is already within them, the self-love within them. They truly do have the love all on their own. The message of this card is to review the ways you may need to establish healthier boundaries. Perhaps you're in a codependent relationship in which you may be losing your sense of self. It's common for starseed to dive deep in relationship, particularly with those who feel safe and familiar at a soul level. Perhaps you're in a relationship in which you give more than you receive, or perhaps there's a certain volatility to it, then you're and you're always unsure where you stand. This card is assigned to do a relationship review and see what energetic agreements you've made, consciously or unconsciously, to acknowledge if there are relationships in which you feel anxious or powerless, in which you don't feel like it's safe to relax and just be you, to assess if there are any places of inadequacy that you've used a relationship to soothe and cover up. Something to reflect upon, meditate upon, write a journal entry. Do you lose yourself in relationships? If so, how? How can you develop a deeper love for yourself? Then we have the blue flames, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. So, looks like you are going through through an awakening. You are being activated, and at times like this, things can feel a little bit funny and different. And then there is this way of how we used to be and how we are seeing things now, and it's a little bit, the both sides are a little bit clashing with one another, and because they are clashing with one another, it's the time of integration to integrate the new consciousness, new epiphany and energy in ourselves. So there is back and forth. So just take your time to rest if you feel tired. Meditate and just let it happen, because there is no stopping it when it happens. And it happens more than once, so then we have karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict. Yeah. The card meaning said that the constellation of Orion, as well as the 7 star sisters, we have the Pleiades constellation, we have the Orion constellation. And if you believe in civilizations that are outside of Earth, then there is civilization on the Pleiades and also on Orion, except for 1 star in the Orion constellation, Mintaka. That planet got destroyed because of a war. of other civilization that wanted to take over. And yeah, but there is polarity in the energy of Orient. So because there is this polarity, there is also this conflict with one another. The same is here on Earth. We are in a place with a lot of polarity, so there is conflict that happens. But through these conflicts and this polarity, we learn through anger and stuff like this. We learn to forgive. We learn to be more open, even if we don't want to be open for certain things in life that has happened to us. But this is all a means for us to grow as a soul, because our soul decided to incarnate at this time because it wanted to learn some lessons so that it could grow and evolve, so that it can in future incarnations learn a different lesson, to evolve differently. Then we have double mission, light worker, starseed, serve the world by being you. So you may consider yourself even a starseed and a light worker at that. So you have a double mission. One is to be here on Earth, to learn your lessons, to grow yourself as a soul and raise your own vibration. And also, by doing this for yourself, you are also helping the Earth rise in vibration, so that the Earth can rise into higher dimensions, because we are currently in the third dimension, and it's really a really dense energy. And the goal is for Earth to reach the 5th and 7th dimension, because the energy gets lighter, and also dark entities that are on Earth and try to manipulate humans, they can't stand this energy of the 5th and 7th dimension, and so they will have to leave Earth, and humans are going to be able to get their power back that they lost to those entities. And those entities are also the same that wanted to take over Mintaka and Lyra, and so other civilizations already suffered through them, and now they are trying to do this here on Earth. But it's not going to happen, because there are so many of us starseeds, light workers, that are trying to help humanity rise in vibration, heal, by also healing ourselves. Because if you know how to heal yourself, you are going to be more loving towards others, and your energy can also trigger healing in them, so that they can raise in vibration as well. And the more people raise their own vibration, the easier it is for Earth to raise in vibration too. And this you just do by being yourself, being this one person that has your vibration on a higher level. Then there is another person that is watching this video as well. They raising their vibration too. I don't know how many of you are watching this and raising your own vibration, but if you see it, that it's like a lot. And by you being this light, you can also light this in others by just being near them and activate them into this thing. And then there is their choice if they accept this and go through the healing process as well, or if they deny it. Everyone is here for a reason, and everyone has a choice to either do the healing or not. So just by being you, you are already doing a lot of work here, helping Earth, helping the ones that are around you. He writes, longing for home, homesick for the stars. This one I'm going to read because I don't see this card often. And this one I see a lot. That's why I didn't need to look at the guidebook. So, Hiraeth is a Welsh. So if you are Welsh, I'm sorry if I pronounce this word incorrectly. Hiraeth is a Welsh word that's difficult to translate, but it refers to a certain longing or homesickness, a yearning for a home or a place to which we cannot return. This unexplainable, unshakable longing for home is common in starseeds and old souls. Perhaps you've had it since birth. For some, it's a distant memory of a planet, galaxy, or star system in the universe that their soul remembers and yearns to return to, a place they may have experienced more than Earth. For others, it's a longing for the unity of Source, a remembering of interconnected oneness. This yearning can lead some starseeds to travel, searching all corners of the planet to find a physical place that feels more like home. For others, it can manifest as a need to find home in people, communities, and relationships. A journey to find somewhere they truly belong. If you resonate with this yearning for home, but don't really know where home is, you're being invited to remember that your soul chooses to be on Earth. You're being called to fully commit to embodying your life. You're being reassured that you didn't come here alone, and that your soul consciously decided to experience what it's like to be a soul in a human body on this planet at this time. You're being called to anchor all of your presence, your personality, your soul, and your spirit in the here and now, to fully commit to living this life right now, to commit to putting 2 feet completely in. Something to meditate upon is how can you commit more fully to your life. It's also starseeds have also sometimes the mission to find home within themselves, so feeling at home in their own body, because certain civilizations don't need to have a physical body to be around. They can swift through physical body and the ethereal, and so it's sometimes difficult to feel at home in our own body as well, because maybe we remember the times that we weren't in a body, in a physical body, like the human body. Because I was talking also about Mintaka, it reminds me of the card in the Work Your Light Oracle deck, as well, also made from Rebecca Campbell. There is a card of Mintaka, and Mintaka, as I've said, was destroyed, and the Mintakans had to flee, and most of them came to Earth, and so they also have this longing for home, because Earth is not their home, because their home that they knew is not around anymore. So there is also this longing for home, for a place that may not even exist, and it's for them to learn to make home now, here in the present moment with their body now. It's a little bit on the harder side, I have to say, your reading. Breath of the cosmos, my will to the will, micromanaging the universe. This I need to read from the guidebook. There is no other way around, because that message is powerful. When we rely on our own will, we are micromanaging the universe and resisting the natural flow of life. We're not trusting the mysterious breath of life. We're rejecting the great cosmic intelligence and relying instead on our personal strength. When we do this, we find ourselves attempting to bend things to our will. We spend our time forcing, pushing, and living for a space of trying to. Everyone around us can feel it, and the universe can too. You're being called to stop micromanaging the universe and trust the breath of life, to surrender to the greater will that God, the universe, source, whatever you believe in, has for you, to move from my will to the will. When you surrender to the greater will of life, you begin dancing with the rest of life. When you bow to the great mystery and say, please use me, please show me the way, little by little you find yourself living your most fulfilling, authentic life. When you surrender your personal will, when you relinquish control and release the way you think things should be and surrender to the greater will, you find yourself being led. You being breathing the breath of life. So imagining this card being in front of your heart space. And either you can say this out loud or whisper. I'm going to read it for you and then I will show you so that you can pause the video if you want to. I'm willing to stop relying on my own strength and personal agenda and instead surrender to the breath of life. Dear God, universe, source, whatever you believe in, insert here. Help me move from my will to the will. Please lead me. Please show me the way. Here you can pause it if you want to. So now let's get some encouraging messages for you. What encouraging messages does the inner child of pile number 1 has for them? What encouraging messages are there for pile number 1? What music could pile number 1 listen to? What encouraging messages are there for pile number 1? What encouraging messages is the inner child of pile number 1 has for them? This is all okay. So at the back of the deck we have I'm Fine by BTS. Even if my wings are torn, even if someday I'm not me anymore, it's alright. Only I am my own salvation. I won't ever die in this walk. How you doing? I'm fine. My sky is clear. All pain, say goodbye. Goodbye. Yeah. Even if you fall down, and even if you think there is no way out, it's alright. You can stand up again. There's nothing going to kill you on this path. Either you let yourself be in an accident by not paying attention where you're walking and then there comes a cop. But hopefully your life is safe and you pay attention to yourself so that you don't get into an accident. So you won't die by your mistakes, by those hard situations that you are facing. Everything's going to be fine. The sky is going to be clear and the pain is going to go away after a time. It's like when you fall down, you hurt your knee. It's going to to hurt a little bit, but the pain will fade away again, and you are going to be able to stand up again and walk the path, moving forward. Then we have Follow the Rain by 77 Bombay Street. Or I follow the rain down to the place where I will see the sun again. Yeah, for me this part of the song means that even if the situation is currently cloudy and raining and you don't see the hope and the better thing, just keep on walking and follow this rain. Learn the lessons that the rain has for us, because we need water. Plants need water to live as well, so there is a certain lesson as well in this hard situation, in this maybe not so good part of your life. But you will see the sun again. After the rain, the sun always comes out again. Like today, the morning was raining, we had clouds, it was dark. Yet now it's afternoon, the clouds are gone, the sun came out. It's like a beautiful day again, and so is life as well. It's going to rain, but the sun will come back again. Then we have Amazing Day by 77 Bombay Street. This amazing day is made for us. Live it your way. This amazing day is made for us. This amazing day is made for us, so live it your way. So you have the power to make your day amazing. Live it how you want it to be amazing. What do you need to have in the day to be amazing, beautiful, to make you happy? Try to make it happen. You know that you live your life for yourself and not for someone else, so you have the power to make the day today a great day, to make tomorrow a great day. You have the power within yourself. You have it in your hands, so live it your way and not anyone else's way. I live my life my way and not anyone else's way. Then we have So What by BTS. Somebody call me right one, somebody call me wrong. I'm not gonna care about it. Why don't you not do so as well? So what? Let go. Yeah. There is always going to be people that are going to criticize us, saying you are right, you are wrong, but the message here is for you not to care what the other think, to let it go, because you have the power for your own life. So decide what you think about yourself. If it feels right for you, then do it. If someone says that this is wrong, then for them it's wrong, but for you it's right. It's like, it reminds me of a comic that there were 4 pictures or 6. The man walked with his wife, and then people said, look, he doesn't take care of his wife and they are walking. So he gets himself and his wife a bicycle. Now they are passing by with a bicycle. Now the people say, look, he's a cheapskate and can't even afford a car for his wife to be comfortable. So he listens to that and buys a car. And then they are saying, look, now he's flaunting his richness by using a car. And there were also a time where he held his wife in the arms and walked with her, and another, like, there is always people that are going to criticize you. Whatever you do, they are going to still keep doing it. So stop caring about what they say. Do your own thing. Live this amazing day is made for us. Live it your way. Don't listen to them. Let go of the things that you heard that need to be done like this. If you know better how to move forward with your life, what you want to do with your life. They don't know. They have so much free time because they don't know what to do with their own lives, that they have time to look at other people's lives because they gave up in trying to make their life better. So be different from them and make your life better with your own hands and create your amazing day all day, every day, 365 days in a year. So this is what your inner child had for you, pile number 1. I highly hope that this was helpful in a way. Thank you for sticking with me till the end. I wish you a good day, night, whatever is right now at your place, and live an amazing life. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. You chose the Gentle Heart Tarot, the Petrified Wood, the number 2, the tune, whatever you may have used to choose this group. This is going to be your reading about with the messages from your inner child, as you probably know already because I said it in the intro. I will be using the tarot cards and affirmation, fun way of affirmations, then oracle deck, and last and encouraging messages with songs. So stick till the end to get the full spectrum of the messages. 5 of crystals. Okay. Didn't start it. I'm still shuffling the decks. So if it is meant to come out, it will come out again. Four of Swords. The 5 of Wands again. So, what does the inner child of pile number 2 has to say? What message does the inner child of pile number 2 has for them? What does the inner child of pile number 2 wants to convey? What does the inner child of pile number 2 wants to say? What message does the inner child of pile number 2 have? What message do they have for them now? What is that was too many at the same time. So what does the inner child of pile number 2 wants to say? What message does the inner child of pile number 2 have for them? What does the inner child want to convey to pile number 2? Play. Yeah. Looks like they want to play. Maybe you are working too hard and need to have more fun and not be serious and play a little bit like a child. What message does the inner child of pile number 2 has for them? What message does the inner child of pile number 2 have for them? What does the inner child of pile number 2 wants to say to pile number 2? What message does the inner child have for them? Upright or reversed? Yeah, of course. Upright or reversed? It's upright. What does the inner child of pile number 2 wants to say? Deck we have the Magician in reverse. A little bit different than pile number 1, but pile number 2 had the Queen of Swords in reverse, and there was dishonesty. And the Magician, when they are in reverse, they are quite the manipulative, tricky, trickster energy. So, pile number 2, what are you worrying about? What is happening that you are not able to sleep? Maybe you are worrying constantly about something that you even have a headache from all the worrying of something. It's to do something with a fight because of the Seven of Swords. If I remember correctly, the Seven of Swords also talks about trickery, deception, so that they can have a goal. So, are you afraid that you are being deceived by someone? Or it could also be, what is it? The swords there are on defensive mode, and it looks like this is trying to attack. And here it's like the same, the sword is trying to attack. Okay, pile number 2, I heard protection. So, looks like you need to protect yourself from an attack. It could be the evil eye, it could be someone that is attacking you with their words. So put in a firm boundary. Don't let the words get to you and walk away from them. Don't engage in any fights. Just take yourself out of this situation. Take yourself out of this drama. And if it's someone that is sending you an attack, protection, black tourmaline. Let me get. I even said there is a video on my channel where I talk about protecting your energy. So I'm going to link it in the description. So if you want to see how you can protect your energy, you can do it through that. But let's get back to the first thing that I had with the Nine of Swords about you worrying constantly about something that is even giving you a headache and you're probably not able to sleep. Are you worrying about the future? Do you have anxiety about the future? Because I'm looking at the Three of Crystals, the Three of Wands. It's like the card that is almost at the first checkpoint, because the Four of Wands is like the first reward that we get from working on something, and the Three of Crystals is like waiting for it to arrive, putting in the work to it to get to it, but it's like blocked. I feel it more like there is no movement forward in this case. Let's see, we have death. And no one is going to die. Just to make sure that you are reassured, death doesn't mean death in literal and physical. It means metaphysical. Transforming, letting the old way of you dying so that the new way of things can emerge from it. It is even like a situation or a chapter of your life is ending so that a new chapter can begin. The situation is going to end so that the new can start. I am wanting to learn more about the decks that I have, so that's why I'm going to look more in their guidebooks, because the author of the deck had a specific intention with the images and the cards, so we can only know this by reading the information in the guidebook. It's time, I'm talking now about death. It's time for your next glow up. Contrary to many people's belief, the death card usually does not foretell any harm to the ready. Instead, death suggests that rebirth is near. Just think about it. For new possibilities to arise, we must let go of what we know and move into the unknown. After all, every good glow up comes from a place of courage and to transform and renew oneself. But letting go of the old and moving on to the new can be accompanied by notably challenging emotions. Allow yourself to become aware of the reality that desperately clinging onto something can cause more damage than necessary. It's okay to mourn the ending or death of an old chapter in your life, but keep grieving it to a reasonable amount of time and energy. Preferably spend more time focusing on moving forward and getting to know what role you play in this metamorphosis. Accepting the present moment and circumstances can help you find inner peace. Upright meanings, keywords: rebirth, change, liberation, renewal, transformation, opportunities, transition, possibilities, acceptance. Have you been fighting the change? Because you are worried that this change will do you no good? Because there is still this resistance in here. Let's see the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords. A lot is going on with you internally as you take into account all angles of the situation at hand. Probably why you are constantly worrying about having a headache. If you are having a headache, of course. Because it looks like they are holding their head, so it reminded me of a headache. At the right side of the head now is starting a headache for me. Maybe yours, maybe mine. You are determined to remain resourceful and practical in your approach towards life. Trying a new strategy towards overcoming personal or professional challenges may have to be done privately before you can reveal to your family what you've been working on. This is especially true if you frequently find that your friends and family cannot quite grasp what future plans you're working on. Their words may discourage you, which is why the only logical way to move forward right now is to follow your heart and let all else fall into place. Let's see. The Nine of Swords. Nightmares and anxiety are uncommon when the Nine of Swords appears in a reading. Feeling tense or stressed out is just another indicator of what's going on beneath the surface. You are being pushed towards making some drastic changes moving forward, such as confronting your shadow self. While the Nine of Swords is usually symbolic of mental suffering, remember that thoughts do become real the more you focus on them. Therefore, the good news is that you have the opportunity to change your thoughts, which in turn will help avoid your biggest concerns about your future becoming real. The bad news is that there's no other way to make yourself feel better than to take charge and work through the present discomfort. Yeah, the change you are probably resisting, pile number 2, your inner child is wanting you to let go of this resistance and let it flow. Let the change flow. Let it come up. And yeah, it reminds me also when it says that the more you focus on those negative thoughts, it can appear in reality. And you, by changing your thoughts, you can manifest the reality that you want, the outcome that you want. And it reminds me of a song. It's from Pleiades, where it says, if you share your happiness, it multiplies. If you share your sadness, it multiplies as well. So if you are constantly thinking about the worst case scenarios and thinking negatively, you somehow are going to manifest it as well. But thank goodness we have also a loving universe that is taking care of ourselves, and most of the time they can have the universe helps us to not get into the worst case scenario that we thought about. So if your thoughts would immediately manifest themselves, we would all be living in hell. So thank goodness the universe can slow the process down so that it doesn't manifest, and you can have the opportunity to change your thoughts to a better outcome, to the outcome that you want. Then we have the Five of Diamonds. The Five of Diamonds, when it's in reverse, talks about lack mentality, having not enough, being in reverse. What does it mean here in this case? Do we have enough now? Five of Pentacles. Play it safe and know that through hard work, determination, and perseverance, you are slowly but surely turning things around for yourself. You know that one day you'll think back on this difficult time and be grateful for what it taught you. Money can't buy your respect or affection, and you are cautious of any obscure sales tactics that others may try to apply to you. Your slow and steady approach will pay off. Yeah, take it slow when it comes to trying to change your thought as from something negative into something positive. It doesn't happen from one day to the other. It takes time, but surely, steady and surely you will be getting there. How can I say? An example. Let's talk about my self-love journey. From I don't know when to at least till 2020, I hated myself to the bones. I'm not even joking. Could list all the things I was bad in and what I hated about myself. And like this, I could tell so much things about negatively about myself, but not enough positive things about myself. I could, of course, say that I'm friendly, I'm generous, I'm a good listener, and so things, but it was like, yeah, but I felt like, yeah, that's just general. Everyone can say this. I didn't have anything that I could say that was special only about myself. I could only say special things about myself that were bad or considered bad, like being impatient, being loud, being bad at maths. I was a pro in talking down to myself. So in 2020, I got to know tarot through the Gem Goddess. Her video was recommended to me, even though prior to that, I never saw any pick a card readings on YouTube, so I don't know how it got recommended to me. So that was a work from my spirit guides and the universe. And I would always get the message about having to love myself. And then I was scrolling down her channel and I saw that there was a meditation that she uploaded where you could manifest either a love into your life with a person, a romantic person, or attract more self-love. So I did the meditation every day as she instructed for a whole month. After that, I didn't see any changes. I was still the same me, but I was just starting slowly to change the view of myself. Till the point there, I never found myself beautiful. Never. I could put on clothes, be dressed beautifully. I never thought of myself that I was beautiful in the moment. So one day, it was through the pandemic even, when the pandemic was a little bit lightened in the summer here in Switzerland, the stores opened up again, and I went with my mother to a clothing store, and there was on the mannequin a beautiful long dress in with red flowers on it. It's even behind me in my clothes set. I'm just trying to see if I can catch a glimpse of it, but no. It was red roses. No, not red rose. It was a red flower pattern, white with red on it, and the mannequin also had forgot the name. A belt as a type of decoration, and I found that so beautiful. And I said to my mother, "Look, the dress and with the belt, isn't it beautiful?" And she said, "Yeah, it is beautiful. Do you want to try it on?" And I was unsure, but I said, "Yeah, of course, let me try it on." So I put got myself the dress in my number, and I asked where the belt was because it was not around there. I didn't see it, so I went to change, put on the dress and with the belt like I saw it on the mannequin. And for the first time in my life, I looked at myself in the mirror and I found, genuinely from my heart, I found myself beautiful. And this was just the start of my journey. So it really starts slowly with one thing at a time. Later, 2021, I started to do yoga a lot with my mother, and I had the leggings, the yoga pants that are really tight on your legs. And when I looked at myself, I thought, I have really beautiful legs. I have the right curves at the right places. And I was so excited about that I found something beautiful on myself, that I wrote my friend, hey, I just realized I have really beautiful legs. And she was like, because she knew that I didn't think of myself highly, and she was, yeah, I know that you have really beautiful legs. I think they even said to me that, but I never thought it was true. So I was so excited about finding something new about myself that I found beautiful, that I had to share it. So as you can see, it's just a process, the changing of thoughts about yourself or about the situation, about wanting to manifest love or whatever is causing you so much stress and anxiety. You slowly change your thoughts about yourself, the situation, about being a pessimist into an optimist. So it's a slow process, one step at a time. So now the 3 of crystals that I have no clue what it is wanting to say. So let's go to through making the necessary adjustment and rigorously reviewing your work, you can confidentially open up to others about what you've been working on. It fits perfectly with what was said, that sometimes others cannot grasp what you are working on. The same goes for me. I started this YouTube channel not telling my parents at all what I was doing, because I thought they would not understand me. So I lied to my father and said that I was doing live readings in the community, the tarot and divination community that I'm in. But I was, in fact, filming for YouTube, but he didn't know that. My mother didn't even know that I was doing something, because I would always do it when she wasn't at home. And someday when I talked to my friend saying that my father always asks me about the lives, she said, look, I think you can trust your father and tell him, because he showed me the support for the lives that I was doing. So he probably will also support you with your YouTube channel. So I took the courage and told him the truth, and he was really excited. He sometimes even goes to my channel, looks at the videos just to get it views, and likes it for me just to show support. And he also, once when one of my videos blew with the views, he was really excited for myself. So sometimes working on the background on something and then explaining and showing the results to others can be more of a statement. So you can comfortably open to others about what you've been working on, but be aware that even though you have meticulously planned everything, there might still be unforeseen delays or mishaps. Try not to let that ruin your mood and continue to follow the path that inspires you. Yeah. This YouTube channel, I had difficulties with editing. I couldn't really take good pictures for the thumbnails. I would forget things. I would even have typos in the title and in the thumbnail. That's all little mistakes, and you learn from them. And if I was like, I'm doing everything, one, I have to delete everything, no one should see my mistakes and things like that. So with that type of mindset, I would never upload a video in my life again because I'm afraid to do something wrong. So let's just wait to be perfect to then upload the things. But at the end, you are never going to be perfect because you are human, and human make mistakes. You learn from them. You can then do better the next time. But it happens for a reason. Sometimes there is a lesson in everything. That's my belief. There is a lesson in everything. Even in the bad things, there is a lesson there. I'm just shuffling the affirmations. Okay. What affirmation would the inner child of pie number 2 show them? What affirmation does the inner child of pie number 2 want to say and show to them? What other affirmation does the inner child of pie number 2 have for them? Is there any other affirmation? Any last affirmation? Any last message? That one flew out right out of the table down to the ground. That was looked like a plane starting to fly. So is this everything? Yeah. Okay, then we have, at the back of the deck, we have ideal partnership. I'm a rare and precious find, and my brilliance will be reflected back to me when I'm paired with a true match. My ideal partnerships and working relationships are easy and free-flowing. I deserve greatness because I am greatness. And to paraphrase Rumi, what I'm looking for is also looking for me. In fact, he or she might be paraphrasing Rumi right now. So we have playfulness. Didn't I say something about playing at the beginning of your reading? I am a playful participant in life, and I always have the option to make something a fun game rather than a heavy burden. Mary Poppins puts sugar in the medicine for a reason. That lady really knows how to party. Sorry, Mary Poppins just reminds me of the song. So, then we have courage. No one is fearless, no one. But even though I'm not fearless, I am courageous. When fear shows up, I don't run away from it. I use my courage to conquer it. My courage allows me to walk right up to that fear and kick it in the nuts. Then quickly hide behind someone bigger until it goes away. Oh, I found it nice that the color of the cards is matching with the tarot. Then we have personal growth. As I move toward greater consciousness. I feel old thoughts and habits fall away, like training wheels on a bike. They help me get to where I am, but now that I can ride, I don't need those slow and crummy wheels, except when I'm making bike analogies. Last but not least, we have positive thinking. In the garden of my mind, I water the good thoughts and weed out the bad ones. I throw in forgiveness and empathy seeds by the handful if I want, and I take a lawnmower to that jealousy and resentment patch. I am a pretty badass mind gardener. I have nothing to say to these cards. These ones are pretty self-explanatory, but like in pile number 1 where I had some comments left to say too. But let's see what else. What other messages the inner child of pile number 2 has for them? What other messages the inner child of pile number 2 has in store for them? What does the inner child of pile number 2 wants pile number 2 to know? What is the... Is this everything? Okay. At the back of the deck we have surrender to the sweetness. Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. Yeah. It's all about playing a little bit more by number 2. Enjoy the sweetness of life. Enjoy. Make time for pleasure for yourself. Whatever you like to do. Engage in it. Work hard, but play hard as well. So. Do things that bring joy into your life, in your everyday life, so that you can enjoy the moment. It doesn't have always to be so serious. Then we have you got the love. You got the same card as pile number 1. And as in pile number 1, I'm going to read that out of the guidebook. Because I am too lazy to explain it. And I don't have the right words sometimes to express the beautiful meanings of the cards. You've got the love. The Hadarians, I hope I pronounce it correctly, are believed to be beacons of pure, divine, unconditional love, who see love in all people and situations. As a result, they can find it hard to have boundaried, interdependent, healthy relationships because they only see the unconditional nature of those they meet. The lovers of the cosmos, they dive in fast. They're here to learn how to love while in a separate body, to learn to love self first, and then establish healthy relationships with others, to remember that the love they seek is already within them, that they truly do have the love all on their own. The message of this card is to review the ways you may need to establish healthier boundaries. Perhaps you're in a codependent relationship in which you may be losing your sense of self. It's common for starseed to dive deep into relationships, particularly with those who feel safe and familiar at the soul level. Perhaps you're in a relationship in which you give more than you receive, or perhaps there's a certain volatility to it and you're always unsure where you stand. This card is assigned to do a relationship review and see what energetic agreements you've made, consciously or unconsciously. To acknowledge if there are relationships in which you feel anxious or powerless, in which you don't feel like it's safe to relax and just be you. To assess if there are any places of inadequacy that you've used a relationship to soothe and cover up. Something for you to meditate upon, to reflect upon, maybe do a journal entry. Do you Do you lose yourself in your relationships? If so, how? How can you develop a deeper love for yourself? Let me get a sip of water. Because I'm talking a lot. The same card as pile number 1, 2. The blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. So you may be going through an awakening, an epiphany of the sort. And now the way you had things were is now clashing with the new things that want to come through. And you are also being activated to another frequency, another consciousness. And now it's time to integrate those new ways of being slowly but surely into your day-to-day life. Let's say you had this epiphany about an idea and you want to make it true, but you feel like you are not confident enough. So having to working on your confidence while also working on bringing this idea to fruition needs time and integration, because changing your day-to-day life is hard and not easy. So you need time to get accustomed towards this new way of being and thinking as well. So there is this time of integrating. Then we have all paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition. Turn your gaze within. So if you have been searching for an answer about something, you have everything already within you. You just need to take a step back and let your intuition show you the path. You have the authority of your own life, and how to access that is by you turning your gaze within your subconscious mind, within yourself, because everything that you need or answers to is already within you. You just may not know it because you are trying to search it in a place that is outside of you. But in fact, it was always within you already. It's the blueprint of you. I don't know why, but I sometimes look at the window because I don't know, I feel comfortable. And there is this fly that is constantly, throughout your whole reading, it was on the window. And I'm seeing it outside, it's outside and it's there. I don't know if you are seeing a lot of flies, or if flies have a certain message for you or importance to you, I don't know. But, well, I've said it, so maybe it was for someone of you that needed to hear about flies. So let's get to the last deck and get some encouraging messages for yourself. So what encouraging messages does the inner child of pile number 1 has for them? What messages does the inner child have for pile number 2? The inner child of pile number 2, what do they want to convey? What messages do they have? What are there? Is there anything else that, yeah, is this everything? Yep, good. At the back of the deck, you've got the card that the pile number 1 got. Somebody call me right one, somebody call me wrong. I'm not gonna care about it. Why don't you not do so as well? So what? Let go. So what by BTS? I've said this to pile number 1, and I will say it to you too, pile number 2. Sometimes people will still be criticizing you, even if you change the things around. But it's not about pleasing others, it's about pleasing yourself. So stop trying to please everyone, because you will not ever please everyone. It reminds me of a comic that I've seen, that I even explained to pile number 1. There was this man and his wife, and I think he first lets her carry him. So she was carrying him. Then the people around said, "Look at that. How can he make his wife carry him? It should be the other way around." So in the next picture, you see him carrying his wife. Then they say, "Look at that. He carries his wife as if they apparently doesn't have any ways of movement for themselves." So the next picture, the man is with a bicycle, and then they say, "Look at that cheapskate. He, instead of having a car, he's with a bicycle." In the next one, the man is with a car, and people say around, "Look at that, flaunting his new car." So you are never going to please everyone. They are always going to find something to criticize. The only one that you need to please is yourself. So stop trying to listen to others and try to listen more to yourself. Is what I get from this card. So let go of other people's thoughts and listen to your own thoughts and intuition and what your heart desire. Then we have follow the rain, or I follow the rain down to the place where I will see the sun again. The same card as pile number 1. It talks about situations that we find hard. Is here represented as rain, and we want to see the sun again. We want to see the joy. We want to have a situation that's more pleasant. But sometimes we have to go through the rain so that we can see the sun again. So sometimes we have to go through those situations and learn from them, so that we can create the beautiful future ahead. And it's like, as well, like after the rain, the sun will shine again. And it's like today's weather here in Switzerland. It was raining the whole morning. There were clouds. It was dark. In the afternoon, the clouds disappeared. The sun came out again. And we could see again the blue of the sky. So after the rain, the sun will come again. So after those hard situations, the obstacle, those challenges that you are going through, you are going to see the sun again. The beautiful sun, the happiness, the joy is going to be there again. Then we have Lights by BTS. Dawn will come to the darkest of nights. Yeah. Overcome even the future. We won't stop from now on. Decide for yourself what it means to be happy. Every day, take a step to grow up. Yeah, decide for yourself what means happiness to you. Decide for yourself what it is. Don't listen to others, what they think is happy. For others, being happy is being a millionaire. And then you try to be a millionaire, and then you are like, this is not what I thought it would be, because it was not your happiness, because you thought it would make you happy because someone else said it. What makes you happy? Decide for yourself. And after the dawn will always come after the darkest nights. You will overcome whatever challenge. And take a step to grow. Take a step to learn. Then we have Not Today by BTS. Forget about the fear in your eyes. Break it up, break it up. Break the glass ceiling that cages you. Yeah. Don't let the fear stop you. Destroy the fear. Be courageous. Face your fear and say, look, fear, you have nothing to say. We will get this. Everything's going to be all right. Then you are going to be able to break yourself free from the mental trap that you put yourself into. Idol by BTS. They point fingers at me, but I don't care at all. Whatever the reason for your criticism is, I know what I am. I know what I want. I'm never going to change. I'm never going to trade. You will. You are going to change to be a better person, to be the best version of yourself. This is going to change, that for sure. But the rest, don't change yourself for other people. Don't trade the happiness of others for your own happiness. Choose to be happy for yourself. Choose your happiness before everyone else's happiness. And the point fingers and the criticism, I've already talked about that. Then we have Permission to Dance by BTS. We don't need to worry, because when we fall, we know how to land. Don't need to talk the talk, just walk the walk tonight, because we don't need permission to dance. So you don't have to worry. If you make mistakes, you will know how to stand up again and walk the path again. It's like you fall down, you hurt your knees, you wait till the pain goes away, you stand up again and continue to walk. The same goes for life. You don't have to worry. You will know how to land when you fall. And even if you fall, you will rise again and be so much stronger. And also, if there is something that you want to do, don't just talk about it. Take action upon and walk the walk for this thing. You don't need anyone to give you permission for you to walk the walk, to do the things of your ideas. Then we have Club of Optimistic People by 77 Bombay Street. Every step you take will surely bring closer. Forget the small mistakes. We are on a roller coaster. And when you're down, you'll rise with sunshine in your eyes. I've said it all. The cards are confirming what I've been saying. I don't have to explain anymore this one. Then we have Empire, 77 Bombay Street. Follow what you love, you gotta hold tighter. If you really want it, learn to be a good fighter. The history of you, it made you strong. Bury it, but you know you had it all along. It took the words right out of my mouth. So pile number 2. This is everything that I have for you. I hope that this helped you. I'm sending you a lot of courage, and you can do this. You've got this. Thank you for sticking with me till the end. I wish you a beautiful day, night, or whatever time it is right now. All the best, and I will be seeing you in my next video. Bye! Hi, pile number 3. You chose the Power Archangel Tarot or the Archangel Power Tarot. I don't know which way it is. It's the Archangel Tarot. Basically, the Garnet Stone, the number 3, or the tune that was played. Whichever you chose this deck. And this is going to be messages from your inner child. And let's get started. By the way, will probably be a little bit how do you say, clumsy with this deck because it's really thick and I have small hands. So I hope you've been well. Hope you started the month of April good. Or if you are seeing this later, I hope you're doing good. So, what message does the inner child of pile number 3 have for pile number 3? What message does the inner child? Both of these cards? What message does the inner child of pile number 3 has for pile number 3? What message does the inner child of pile number 3 have for pile number? Oof. This one I'm not taking this, but I'm showing it. We have death and justice. Let the past, let go of the past. There is a more beautiful future ahead. Trust in God, source, spirit, universe, whatever you believe in. And then we have justice. Fighting for justice and equality. Decisions to your own benefit and don't give up. At the back of the deck we have 2 of Ariel, 2 of Pentacles, or 2 of Coins. It is important to be in balance, working on more than one project or jobs at the same time, and making the work more playful, or like doing work because you have fun doing it, like in this sense. So let's start with the card that is in the middle. That's the main message here. We have 2 of Michael, or 2 of Swords. Everything's going to be better if you make a decision. Over-analyzing a problem, try to find a compromise, a middle ground. So your inner child wants you to make a decision. It's easier to make one decision than to overanalyze both paths. If you make a decision, you walk this path, but if things don't work out, it's not the end of the world. You can still make adjustments and work on it so that it can work out like you wanted, or how the universe wants it to come out. And yeah, by being overanalyzing the things, you will not be able to move forward. So it's time to make a decision so that you can move forward, because there is a new beginning ahead of you. With the Ace of Michael, the Ace of Swords. To that, I come later, but we'll be coming back later to this. But yeah, you have to make a decision and stop overanalyzing the problems. I have to say I understand you by number 3, because I am overanalyzing too. Thinking a lot about things. I do make my decisions, but I'm like always in the state of planning. I never come out of the planning because I want it to be perfect, and it's not ever going to be perfect. We are not robots that can do everything look like the same. It's always going to be, there's going to be a little bit difference in, if you make a project with your hands, there's always going to be a little difference from one thing to another. Let's see, like here on the cards with the lyrics. The thing of the note doesn't look like the same in every card. It's slightly different in all of the cards. It's even the star that I have here looks different in every card, and that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect and look exactly the same. So if you are also in the planning stage, just try and do it. Don't worry about the outcome. It's going to be okay. Just trust that the outcome is going to be okay. Or if you are maybe, because there are 2 unicorns, maybe it's you and another person, and you have not an argument, but you're talking about something and one has a different opinion than you. Find the middle ground between your 2 opinions so that both of you can be satisfied with the decision. So it's not good to be both stubborn. There needs to be a little bit of flexibility so that you can find the compromise, the middle ground, so that both can be satisfied and happy. There's not just only one that should be happy with the decision. It always should be both parties. So let's go back to the past, because for me the left side is a little bit of the past and the right side is more of the future. We have the 10 of Michael, the 10 of Swords. A situation is ending and you are finally free. And now it's the opportunity to follow luck. Let the past behind you. And we even had the death card pop out, where in this deck it's called peace. But it even stated that let go of the past. And it's funny how we start here with the 10 of Michael, the end of a cycle, and we start here with the Ace of Michael, the start of a cycle. So we are probably between the ending and the beginning of something new in this transition time. And now it's time for you to let go of whatever happened in the past. It's in the past. You've learned a lesson that was there. You cannot change it. Now it's time for you to focus on the present so that you can make the present a good day, so that you can have a good future as well. And it's also time for you to follow your luck. Now you have the opportunity to follow what you desire, because this ended, whatever it was, and you are free now from whatever it is that happened in the past. It's not here anymore. It's gone. Yeet it away. If there is maybe thoughts that you have, because we have a lot of Michael here, we have a lot of swords, and they are concerning our communication and our thought. When you see yourself, when you are aware of your thoughts and you see yourself going back to thinking about the past, say thank you to the thoughts, but say thank you, you are aware of the thoughts, and let it go. Say you don't need it anymore. It's not part of the current situation. Thank it, let it go. Then we have the moon with Archangel Haniel. The opportunity to optimize your plans, like I said. If you make a decision and one decision didn't work out like you wanted, you have still time to optimize and tinker on it so that it can go better, like I do with this channel. First I only had 1 video a week, then I started to make 3 videos a week, but 2 of them were mini readings. And if you have probably seen, on Sunday came the weekly prediction, where I did something new. I yeeted away the mini readings and did this reading at a normal time frame, a little bit short, and then the readings that come out on Thursday. But I'm looking what fits better with the channel, what you viewers like more, and also what ideas I have. So you start doing something, and while you're doing it, you are constantly working on it to work out, and you are optimizing the plans. Then also here, your intuition, the intuition is bringing you the right guidance. Face your fears and win on strength. Then intuition is always right. Sometimes we don't hear the intuition voice because we have here a lot of Michaels or a lot of swords. Sometimes our mind has probably more of an anxiety kind of way of talking us out of things, like what I was trying to do. My intuition was constantly nudging me to start doing this YouTube channel last year, but I kept pushing it away, what the feeling of starting this thing. Even though I had everything ready, I had my cards, my phone. In April, I know this because I bought it in April when I did the college entrance exam. I bought the thing that is holding my phone so that you can see the cards. But even though I had everything that I needed to start a video, I didn't start one yet. Only, when was it? The first video I uploaded was in June, and I had everything already ready in April. And I kept ignoring my intuition, saying, hey, start a video, start making videos. And it became unbearable because there was this part of me that was was nudging me to do, and then there was the other part of me that said, but I'm not really good at reading tarot cards. There's still a lot more things to do, and all the other tarot readers, they are really tapped into their own intuition, and they can hear spirit, they can see stuff, and I cannot. So I was constantly fighting with my intuition, with my thoughts. My intuition was constantly trying to push me to do it in a gentle way, but my thoughts were like an avalanche. I think it's called in English, like the snow thing that breaks down from the mountains, and you have to run away as fast as you can so that you don't get caught by it. But yeah, so it was really loud, and because the two sides were constantly fighting with each other, I started to get anxious until I thought, nope, I can't bear this anymore. So I made the decision and started to film my first video. After that, everything calmed down. So your intuition is a, how do you say this? It's like the voice is soft and small that you it's hard to hear it because your thoughts are a little bit louder, and so it's like overshadowing the intuition a little bit. But most of the time it's like you have this one thought about your intuition, from your intuition, and then right afterwards your thoughts start to break this down into you not doing it, whatever it said that you want to do. So it's also a way of finding out which is your intuition, which is your thoughts that are trying to... Your thoughts are just trying to keep you safe. It's because it's afraid of stepping out of the comfort zone and being in an unfamiliar situation. But if you constantly stay in your comfort zone, you are never going to learn how to stand up for yourself and how to grow. Because only when you face your fears, you are going to win on strength. Like, I faced my fear and started this YouTube channel, and I gained on strength. I'm able now more to hear messages than I was in the past, because I'm now I'm seeing the difference from my thoughts and messages that come from my guides. But sometimes I still don't listen to them because I'm constantly talking, and I'm just busy with the talking that I'm not able to hear what they're saying. So now with the Four of Raphael, the Four of Cups, it's stating here, look at other opportunities, search for the magic in your life, be aware of your feelings. So maybe you've been overanalyzing two options, and you've been fighting those two options, even though there is an option being offered here from Archangel Raphael in this case. But it could be anyone that you feel comfortable with, your deity, your spirit guides, your spirit animal, whatever you believe in. It's trying to offer you an an opportunity and you are not seeing it because you're contemplating about those others, and they are probably, look at her, she has those 3 shells here, but she doesn't look like the happy child about, oh, I have those 3 shells. She's not looking for the 3 shells here, she's looking for something else, because she feels that they are not the right shells for her, but she's not seeing outside. Well, she is outside, but she's not seeing around her for this other opportunity that is there, that would make her incredible happy, and you would feel that this is the right thing to do. So if you are not satisfied with the options that you have right now, try to take a step back, look around you. Is there maybe a 3rd option that you haven't seen, or a 4th option that you haven't seen? Also, if you search the magic in life, it reminds me of yesterday, because I have on my phone, I have an app where there are different oracle cards, digital, and there's always a card of the day. And there was an oracle deck that was made for children to also have the opportunity to shuffle cards if they are interested in it, because their parents do it. And some of the decks are really complicated so that the children cannot understand. So there was this oracle deck that was magic, that had magic on it, and it was talking about that children can make magic in their day-to-day life, because they are imagining fictional characters, imagining them being a pirate, being a princess. I even imagine myself being a magician, with the cape and all and a wand. Or when I watched a cartoon about where the dogs could talk, I would be a dog, and I had this magic around me because I could be anything that I wanted, and I had fun because I was in this magical world. So you can also make your life magical if you. It sounds a little bit silly, but let's say you have a cup of water, and well, water is boring. It's healthy, but it's boring. But if you want to sprinkle a little bit of magic in it, let's say that this water came from a magical fountain that gives you bravery. So always when you drink, when you are taking a sip of this water, you're gaining on bravery, or you're gaining on more self-love. So like if you are taking a shower, you're not just taking a shower, you are maybe you are on a beautiful scenery underneath a magical waterfall in the land of the unicorns. Whatever. You bring a little bit magic and fun into your day-to-day life, and because it's so silly for us adults, we start to laugh and we make it fun. Like I'm laughing about my own examples. So here I have my water bottle. Now I'm drinking confidence. When I drank it before, I was drinking love, whatever. And also your emotions are also something that can help you decipher the things. If you are really excited about something, really happy, and probably let's think about it. You probably talk to your friends about the different things in your life and what you're interested in. If you talk about work, maybe you are not really excited about talking. It's like this drag and things like this, and you know that's just not fun for you. You don't like it probably. And then you start talking about this other thing, and you're getting excited, and you're talking so fast, and your pitch of voice even gets different when you are talking about something that you really love and are excited about. So you can decipher even through your emotions about how you're reacting to something, about it being a guidance to you, what decision you should make or which opportunity you want to take. Now I've lost the train of thoughts. Yeah, you could probably be clairsentient. So your feelings are is connected to your intuition, and so you feel when something is good and right for you, or you feel when something is no, I don't like it, I don't want it. So could be that, it doesn't have to be. So then we have at last, finally, we have the Ace of Michael. A wonderful new idea. Don't let your accomplishment be stopped by probably obstacle. Now, how can I translate this better? Don't let the possible obstacles stop you from your process, your step, something like this. Then clear communications problem with others. So at the end of this, you're going to have a new idea, and probably you're going to start thinking about all the possible obstacles. So don't let those possible obstacles stop you from taking action upon your ideas, because it's just going to end back at the two of Michael's being in this stagnant energy and overanalyzing everything. Just try, and if you think about the possible obstacles that are there, what are the possible solutions to overcome that? And then start taking action. And when you see that the obstacle is coming true, you now know the possible solution to that. And so you can overcome it without any problems. And if you have been talking to someone and there was a misunderstanding, try to clear it up. Just explain what you've meant, and that you didn't mean it in that kind of way, and somehow they will understand you, and then they will probably also explain to you how they felt. Yeah. Also, if you are seeing this in April 2023, do know that at the 21st of April, Mercury is going retrograde. So misunderstanding misunderstandings from that point on for a month or so can be a bit heightened. So if you see or feel like the other person is misunderstanding you, try to find other words to explain it, and say you don't mean it like this. And even if you are being flustered by it, the other person will see that you really didn't mean it like that and will understand you. Okay, they didn't want it to come out like this. It's just probably communication issues with your thoughts and the outcome of how it came out of your mouth. So this happens to me a lot because I have my natal Mercury is retrograde, so I cause a lot of misunderstandings even when Mercury is not retrograde. So but I can only see them that there were misunderstandings when I'm face to face with the people. If I'm writing or to them, I cannot see if they understood me. So that's how misunderstandings happen fast when you cannot see the facial expression of the other person. So when I'm talking to someone and I see they are not understanding it or they may have taken it wrong, I immediately try to find words to describe what I was trying to really say. So, and I get flustered and they are, oh, hey, don't worry, I think I have understood you now. So, yeah. And also I have Mercury in Aries, so I talk fast, I'm sorry. And I talk a lot. So, let's see. What affirmation... Is this everything? Good. At the back of the deck we have self-love. I openly embrace a feeling of self-love, the peachy kind. I love myself because I understand myself. I love myself as the most committed partner I will ever have, because you are going to live with yourself for the rest of your life. I show myself love any way that I can, and when I screw up, I remember to be sweet and gentle with myself. If not, I'm going to make myself sleep on the couch. Got that, self? Yeah, be gentle with yourself. We all make mistakes. We are human. We are not as I said, we are not robots that can make everything perfect. At the same way, we make mistakes, we learn from them, we do it better the next time. Probably we make another mistake, we learn from them, and then we make it better the next time. It doesn't have to be perfect, just a little bit better. It's just enough. And then we have confidence. Hey, I was talking about drinking a sip of confidence. And maybe you should also drink a sip of confidence right now. Do it. Confidence. In this moment, I take a step back and look at myself with the pride of a good mother. I see an abundance of abilities and talents that show up all the time in big and little ways. If I could stick myself on a refrigerator, I would. I would invite all the neighbors over and say, look at that. Can you believe what an A+ that is? That's such a cute card. Then we have abundance. Hey, we have another abundance. Congratulations! It seems you're due for a infinite big piece of abundance pie. Feel like you don't deserve it? Knock it off. It's already plated and ready to hit your table. Reluctant to take it? Shut your hole. Abundance pie is big enough to serve everyone, so get your whipped cream ready unless you're lactose intolerant, and enjoy your well-deserved metaphorical dessert. Dessert? I don't know how to pronounce this. I should really look it up. Then we have power. I am strong, I am grounded, I am powerful. I'm like a cross between a dinosaur and a tank, but not a tank that is used for war. I'm like a peaceful, loving dino tank who feels so strong it doesn't need to do anything but be. Yeah, just be yourself. You don't have to be anything else. And then we have friendliness. Whenever I smile, I make someone's day better. What a cool way to buy happiness for free. Today I will remember what an awesome power I hold, and I'll take joy in improving lives simply by giving away grins like crazy. In a pinch, money will also work. Yeah, also be friendly to yourself as well. If you can be friendly to a complete stranger, then you can be friendly to yourself as well. So, you know, with the self-love, be gentle with yourself, be friendly with yourself. Then the next one. And yeah, you have enough power to even face your own fears. I did it with the YouTube channel. I faced my fear of exposing myself and my craziness, and here I am, and here you are as well. So thank you for being here with me as well. So, what other messages the inner child of pile number 3 has for pile number 3? What other messages the inner child of pile number 3 has for pile number 3? What else does the inner child of pile number 3 wants to say to them? What other message? What else does the inner child of pile number 3 wants to say to pile number 3? Is there anything else they want to convey to pile number 3? Is this everything? So at the back of the deck we have Earth posing, pulse of the mother, slow down time in nature. Yeah, sometimes if you cannot make a decision, sometimes going into nature, slowing down a little bit, meditating can help calm you down and center yourself and ground yourself so that you can make the decision that is necessary. And if you have been working too much, it can also be taken as a sign as rest. And pulse of the mother, it's like the earth has also a pulsing. It also has the cycle. You see it: winter, spring, summer, autumn. In winter you rest, nature rests. In spring it plants new seeds and blooms, and working on it. And then it's lively in the summertime, and fruits can be harvested in autumn. It's the same with us humans as well. We have our cycles as well. We have a time where we don't have a lot of ideas, where we feel like we should take things slow. It's because we are in our winter phase, to rest, so that we can be able to receive the new ideas for springtime and plant the new seeds, to work on the seeds, to let them grow, to nurture the seeds so that you can harvest it in autumn, and then the cycle goes. Then we have a new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. I feel like I'm going to read this out of the guidebook. And this one as well, I just took a peek on what it is and I was like, yeah. Hoppala. It's also one of the cards that it's nice to be. Don't tell me it is. A new earth. Don't give up now. You're closer than you think. I know it's hard to hold the frequency of a new age when it feels as if so much is crumbling and so many are losing faith. This is your sign that you're facing the right direction. You have a great gift in being able to see the potential of things before they exist. Tend to the new seeds. Dream them into existence. Don't lose faith now. Keep your focus fixed. Planting new seeds and bringing about a shift of the new ages is no mean feat. It requires extreme trust and a radical vision. If you pull this card, it's a reminder to have faith. You chose to be here to be part of this global shift. Wherever you're bringing it about through prayer and meditation or through working on a new project, job, or creation, keep going. It's happening. Don't give up. The world needs more dreamers like you, more people with hope in their hearts. The road ahead may not be plain sailing. Ushering in a new age in times of change never is. You're being encouraged to remember that what you've been working toward for so long is almost here. Don't question yourself now. Don't waver. Dig your devotion deep. For if you do, in the not too distant future, you'll be able to sit back and watch all that you so carefully planted and nurtured grow and bloom. It's possible. Keep focusing on your dreams. You're closer than you think. Then something to meditate upon, make a journal entry, whatever. How can you keep holding the vision? Then we have deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. I do have to say that when I started to tap into your energy, I started to feel a warmth emitting from my hands. That's mostly common when you are a healer. Like I do. I'm a Reiki practitioner, so I feel when I'm doing Reiki, I feel the energy coming out of my hands. But I thought it was just my own body warmth that I was feeling when I tapped into your energy. But now I see that it was the healing energy. So let's see, deep cellular healing. I even had it. So your body knows how to heal. Healing is your natural state. Physical and emotional disharmony can be a reflection of how the world, inner and outer, has been out of alignment. If you're suffering from a mystery or chronic illness, don't allow yourself to think you've done something wrong. Today, it's difficult to navigate our health. If this card has made its way to you, you're being called to focus on your healing in practical ways, to prioritize your health, to be kind and tender to your miraculous body, to give yourself the grounding and care you need, to put your body first, to nourish yourself as you would a newborn baby, to treat yourself with tender care. You may be called to switch things up with your body or your emotional well-being, to call in a team of helpers to support you in navigating any challenges you may be experiencing emotionally. The Arcturians are a galactic group of beings who have mastered deep cellular and emotional healing. They want you to know that it's possible to feel vibrant in your body and well in your skin, to have your cells return to effervescence and vitality, to find calmness and contentedness. Two difficult words. To have a soothed nervous system and a tranquil heart. Then there's an activation if you want to do it. Imagining this card in front of your heart space. And say out loud or whisper the following affirmation. I will say it and then I will show you. I take back my vitality and energy and feel more and more healthy each and every day. My body knows how to heal. My body knows how to heal. here if you want it to stop the video. And also, if you don't know, feel like I need to tell you this, since I talked about Reiki before. Reiki is energy that is channeled directly from universe, the source, God, whatever you believe in. For me, it's the universe. So the Reiki energy comes directly from the universe. It's an intelligent energy, so it knows what it needs to do in your with the body functions, and help the body heal. It's not only physical, it's the Reiki energy also heals emotionally, mentally, and spiritually in your spirit body. So meaning that if you get your Reiki session, the energy of Reiki can even help guide you to see what in your day-to-day life needs to change, so that you can make this change, so that you don't have the same problem again with the same pain or something like this. It can even release emotions that are stuck in our body that wasn't able to come out because you either suppressed it, or when it was from a time when you were a child, you didn't know how to express it. So if you feel like it could be helpful to you, and you feel comfortable with energy healing and what else, alternative medicine, maybe this can help you as well. Oops, sorry, I bumped into you. It even stated, get yourself help from a team of professionals. By the way, most of the Reiki practitioners, Reiki Masters, are not doctors, so they cannot diagnose what your problem is. That's the job of a doctor. Reiki can help in the healing process, moving a little bit faster the healing process. So if you don't know why you have a certain pain, firstly go see a doctor to diagnose what it is, and then afterwards search for a Reiki practitioner or Reiki Master that can help you energetically and mentally and emotionally with the thing, and speed up a little bit the process of healing. So what encouraging messages this inner child of pile number 3 has for them? What are the messages this inner child of pile number 3 has for them? Is this everything? Good. At the back of the deck, we don't Permission to Dance by BTS. We don't need to worry, because when we fall, we know how to land. Don't need to talk the talk, just walk the walk tonight, because we don't need permission to dance. Yeah, you don't have to worry if you fall down or make a mistake. You know how to land and correct it. It's like when you are a child, you fall down, you hurt your knees. It's painful, yes, of course, but after the pain went away, you are able to stand up again and continue walking or running around. And it's also what a message also from this song is, when you constantly had the thoughts about doing something and saying, yeah, I'm going to do this, stop saying it. Start to take a step. It doesn't have to be a big step. It can be a little step or baby step. Just start doing the work, because you don't need anyone's permission to start something. You don't need permission from anyone. You can give yourself the permission. You decide. No outer source gives you the permission, not even the universe. The universe may help you get an idea and you channel the idea, but you have to be the person that gives yourself the permission to act upon it. And not your guides saying, hey, now start doing it. You have to start doing it yourself. Of course, your guides are going to help you if you ask them, but sometimes they will not appear or say anything because they want you also to stand up on your own 2 feet. Yes, they are here, they support you, but sometimes it even happened to me that I didn't get a message from them. It's because I needed to make the decision on my own. I needed to trust myself and be confident in myself doing this. So sometimes they just be silent and support you silently because it's time for you to step up yourself. So then we have Light by BTS. Dawn will come to the darkest of nights, overcome even the future. We won't stop from now on. Decide for yourself what it means to be happy. Every day, take a step to grow up. Yeah, even if it's dark outside, dawn will come, even if it's raining, like today. I'm filming your group at another day than I filmed group 1 and 2. Even if it's raining and it's cloudy and it's dark, the rain will stop. One day it will stop and the sun will come back again. The dawn will come even after the darkest nights. You can overcome anything. And you should not stop. Just keep going. You decide for yourself what makes you happy. Because for everyone, happiness is something different. For person C, it's being a millionaire. And you think, if I'm a millionaire, am I going to be happy as well? Then you work your butt off to be a millionaire and you don't have time for yourself to play or anything like this. And then you are a millionaire, but you're unhappy. So your happiness is not the same as another person's happiness. So decide for yourself what it means to be happy. And every day take a little step and grow up. That's what we do as humans. Every day we learn something new, we evolve and we grow. Then we have Hope World by J-Hope. Say hello to my hope world. This is my world, my own story. Yeah, this is your world, this is your story. You do what needs to be done. Let me stand up to see if you can see the cards when I'm putting it down like this. It's your own story. You are the writer of your own story. So what do you want to have in your story? Do the things that you want to have in your story. Then we have Not Today by BTS. Turn it up, burn it up until the day of victory. Don't kneel, don't collapse. That's not today. Yeah, keep on fighting. The day until the day of victory, until you get what you want. Keep fighting. If you, don't kneel, don't collapse. Don't worry. Sometimes we fall down, we collapse, but don't stay there. Like a little child, feel the pain, wait a little bit till the pain is gone, then step up again and keep on fighting. It's not the day that you are going to kneel down and collapse. It's not today. You keep on fighting. Go for it. Then we have Follow the Rain, 77 Bombay Street. Like a shadow, I am not living, just reacting to life. Now I know We must stand up for dreams and passions, never give up the fight. Feels like that you are just living your life and not doing things about your dreams and passions, and your inner child is wanting you to start standing up for your dreams and passions, walking the road of it, so that you can be happy and not be in this shadow and not just reacting to life, creating life with your dreams and passions, and never give up the fight again. Your inner child wants you to fight for your dreams and passions. It doesn't want you to be unhappy. It wants to be happy with you. But you need to fight for it, to stand up for it. Follow the rain again. 77 Bombay Street. I made choices, can't deny it, but have I meant what I said? I don't know. I think it's time now to make some changes. Time to get out of my bed. Yeah. It's time to make some changes. It's time to make a decision. What do you want? To keep on being unhappy with the things that you have here, or try to fight for the thing that is presenting to yourself? Have you really meant what you said when you said about the idea that you have? You keep just talking about it, but did you take action upon it? Did you get out of your bed to take action upon it? Even if it's just a small thing. Like if you are writing a story, and you want to start it, so what, because I also am passionate about writing stories, but I stopped doing it, so I take this as a message for myself as well. So what did I do when I want to start a story? I have the idea of the plot, so I write down what is happening in the plot. Who are the main characters? What are key points in the story that needs to happen? What other characters appear that has an impact? Then I start a small summary about what should happen, what is the beginning and the end of the story, probably some key points that need to happen in the story. Then who are the main characters? What did happen in their past that made them what they are right now? And then when you have this clear concept of the story, you can start writing it. The beginning starts like this, and then you start writing every day. Maybe you take 2 minutes, write 1 or 2 sentences about the story. And after a week, you have dedicated 14 minutes for your story, and you have written already, don't know how many sentences. And that's how you start writing a story. And someday you will see that you are not writing 2 minutes every day, because you started to enter the flow, and you just keep writing and writing and writing. You don't know how many hours you are writing it down. You've started to take an action, a small step first, and then it just clicked and everything flows. Then we have Club of Optimistic People, 77 Bombay Street. Smile, smile, smile. Let's forget about the why and when. Smile to yourself as well. It doesn't have to be just for a stranger. Smile to you. Look at the mirror, smile to yourself, and be friendly to yourself. And sometimes we don't know why we are doing certain things and when we should do it. Just leave it and start doing it. So the why something happened. Sometimes you just realize it in the future, and you look back at the past, and then you, this happened because of this and this. Then we have conquistando o impossível, acquiring the impossible. The original song was by someone called Jamil, but I only know the version from Luan Santana. I'm going to read it first in Portuguese and then I will be translating it in English. Acredite, é a hora de vencer. Essa força vem de dentro de você. Você pode até tocar o céu se crer. Acredite que nenhum de nós já nasceu com jeito para super-herói. Nossos sonhos a gente é que constrói. Believe it's time to win. This strength comes from within yourself. You can even touch the sky if you believe. And have faith. Both means the same thing, just a little bit different. Believe that no one was born a superhero. Our dreams, we build them. So the dreams, we create the dreams. We are building our dreams, and not everyone was already born as a successful writer or a successful YouTuber. We build it slowly. The first book may not be your best book. Not everyone is going to read it because you are maybe unknown. But if you keep writing more books, more people will see, hey, there's a lot of books from this person. Maybe with the first book you'll get like 3 people read it, and then the second book, and the 3 people read it again, and they are excited about the books, that they talk to other people about this fantastic book, and so the 3 people tell it to 2 other people, and from these 2 other people that have talked, one will get, so you have then 6 readers, and they will talk it back, and then it's going to multiply. And like the same with the YouTube videos I'm doing. When I first started, I only had 5 subscribers, my friends, the community I've been in, and now I have, to this day, when I'm filming this, the last time I looked at it, I had 114 subscribers. So I've kept doing it. I'm building my dream of helping others through the videos, like I was helped through those videos because I was first a viewer as well, and now I'm trying to give back and try to help others how this helped me. So then we have all the world, Sagittarius Moon. There's new life in the morning, there's new hope in the day. Traumas are still burning, I remember yesterday. Yeah, traumas may still be burning, you will still remember them, but you've learned from them, you've gained a lesson from them. You can remember the lesson, but you don't have to remember everything and all the emotions that came with it. Let it go, because there's new life in the morning and there's new hope in the day. Things can turn out better, and they will point, everything's going to be better. Empire, 77 Bombay Street. If you wanna get it, then you gotta be stronger. Don't let it get away. Don't you wait any longer. And if you're breaking down, stand a little bit taller. You gotta pick yourself up. Don't get any smaller. The fire is burning in your bones. You can always win. light it all up, and then I want to hear you sing, "Oh, this is my empire." This part of the lyrics is a message on its own. Let yourself feel the message. Then we have Amazing Day, 77 Bombay Street. This amazing day is made for us. Live it your way. This amazing day is made for us. This amazing day is made for us, so live it your way. So, how do you want to live this amazing day? Live it the way you want it, not how someone else wants it. Live it your way. And every day is an amazing day if you start thinking about that it's an amazing day, that it was made for yourself so that you can be happy in this day. So, pile number 3. I really hope that this helped you gain a little bit more strength, and I'm here supporting you in your dreams. You can do this. I did it myself, and I'm trying to do it. I'm still also learning to believe in myself and to trust my intuition and walk the path of my passions. So you are not alone. Clearly, you are not alone. So I really hope that this helped you. I wish you a beautiful day, night, whenever you are watching this. Really am supporting you in your dreams. You can do this. Thank you for sticking with me till the end, and I will be seeing you in my next video. Bye!